Yusbornully to his corner.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So David Morell was definitely the fighter of the week this past weekend when he knocked out undefeated Yusbornully in the 12th round. Morell has stepped up in competition with only 8 fights, and he was fighting against the toughest guy of his career, at least on paper. Yusbornully was 16-0 going into this fight. I'm giving you guys a little bit of a review of what happened in this fight because I didn't get to watch it when it first came on. You know, me being out here in Thailand, I had to stay up all night and all morning to watch the Bivol fight. I stayed up all the way till 6 in the morning. So I tried to stay up to watch this fight and couldn't make it. I couldn't make it to the David Morell fight. So I just watched a replay of it last night for me. And the win was just as impressive as everyone told me it was. David, he showed all aspects of his game. He was fighting on the inside, beating Yusbornully at his own game, and ultimately knocking him out in the 12th round. Unfortunately, now Yusbornully is in a coma. Hopefully he recovers 100%. He definitely took a lot of damage in this fight. But even though he was losing every round, he had flashes of success as well because he was very aggressive. Now, on a lighter note, since I didn't get to make a video about David Morell's performance, after watching the way Morell performed in this fight, I don't see anyone beating him at 168. He's only 24 years old, only has 8 fights, I believe 8-0 with 7 knockouts now. And I truly don't see anyone at 168 beating him. I'm talking about all the way from David Benavidez to, of course, Canelo, Andrade, Charlo. I don't see anyone beating David Morell. He is that talented. The only fighter at 168 that would probably come close to beating him would be Demetrius Andrade. Outside of him, I don't see anyone beating him. It's very rare for us to get a talent like this from Cuba at a young age, like only 24 years old. Usually the Cuban fighters, they come over here in their 30s. You know, they have to rush their career. That's not the case for David Morell, even though David still is on the fast track. But everything that he's doing at age 24 is really impressive. With this win for David Morell, things are really starting to heat up at 168. Canelo Alvarez, his career is pretty much over with because there is nobody that he can beat at the top of the 168-pound division. Canelo Alvarez's mandatories will all beat him. David Morell is one of his mandatories because he's the regular WBA champion. David Benavidez is one of Canelo's mandatories. Now, there is one easy mandatory for Canelo Alvarez, or easier on paper, and that would be his WBO mandatory, Zach Parker. Zach Parker, he's been the #1 contender there for quite some time. But the only way Canelo would even get a fight like that, meaning the only way one of the networks would pay for a fight like that, is if the fight includes a multi-fight deal with someone like Charlo, Andrade, or David Benavidez, or even Morell. The days of Canelo getting one-fight deals to get big money is over with. Networks, they want to make a profit now off of Canelo. They realized when Canelo was cherry-picking and fighting Kovalev or fighting Yildirim and Caleb Smith, they weren't making their money back. They can only make money if they put Canelo Alvarez in there with the biggest challenges. Now with David Benavidez fighting against Caleb Plant, there's no guarantee David is going to win that fight, but assuming he does win that fight, that puts an enormous amount of pressure on Canelo to take that fight. But if Canelo doesn't take the fight, then you have David Morell versus David Morales, which will realistically be the 2 best super middleweights facing off. So let's see how it all plays out. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one.
All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes,
Fever blisters, diabetic ulcers,
this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called Elo Diki Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to elodiki.com.
like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram.
Let me tell you guys about Issa Israel Law Firm. It is a full-service legal practice based in Denver, Colorado, an emerging hub for combat sports and high-altitude training. If you're a fighter inside or outside of the ring and you need a law firm you can trust to fight for you, Visit thefighterfirm.com or email help@iilawfirm.com. Legal representation is usually limited to plaintiffs or defendants in Colorado, but iFirm can help anyone in the world with trademarking their business name, logos, and U.S. immigration issues. This brother has been my attorney for a while and helped guide me through all kinds of business and civil issues, so make sure you guys go to thefighterfirm.com.